What is going on, guys? Major accusations by Covenant AI against Bittensor TAO co-founders, the team. There's a lot to go through here. Smash a like if you hold or if you are planning to buy Bittensor TAO. Of course, I do hold Bittensor TAO, and in this video, I'm going to go through exactly what's going on and why I've actually been so cautious. So if we start on the cautious front, I've always said to you guys, in a bear market, don't rush into these things. If you look at my last Bittensor TAO video, and big up to the brothers who left the comments, there were plenty of comments saying that, you know, we've missed the top of this or the bottom of that. Guys, you haven't missed anything, because in a bear market, there's all kinds of dramas that goes on. Now, the price of TAO is down 26.6% in a 48-hour period, and sharply dropped well over 30% in a single point in the last 24 hours. But what's going on here? Who are the actors? Who are the players? And why are we having such an incredible drawdown incredible FUD at this time of what is a bear market? So Covenant AI. So you must understand, first of all, who are these guys? These guys came on the scene and they're obviously claiming to train 72 billion parameters of AI models in the training space. It was built simply Covenant AI as a subnet to train AI models. Now, of course, initially they rode on a massive wave, and the likes of the NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang and Anthropic co-founder, it really put Bittensor TAO on the map. Okay, so NVIDIA CEO, of course, cited, and of course it was cited by Anthropic's co-founder here, and drove 90% rally from February's bottom. So that is how important this subnet was to the ecosystem. Having said that, then this came out, of course, 27%, 900 million from the market cap, of course, is a bit more now. And Covenant AI dumped 37,000 TAO, worth well over $10 million. And the team accused the co-founder of TAO of a decentralization theater or a lie and controlling many aspects of the project. So this is what we're going to debunk. So this is our guy, of course. This guy's name is Dave. He's the founder of Covenant AI. And essentially, when you go back and forth and you look through what the main accusations are, you start to realize, I mean, perhaps this could have been done or handled way better than how it ended up coming out. But listen, nothing is a promise, nothing is a guarantee. All crypto is risky unless you're buying Bitcoin, but this is the Bitcoin of AI. And in that sense, we want to understand, is it really about decentralization? Was this a fallout? And what's the community saying in terms of the overall kind of, where people stand on TAO? Now, one thing I was very clear with, if you haven't bought some at 160, you're probably thinking, yeah, we've missed out. And these are consistent comments that we get in the channel whenever we talk about bear market buys. So just so you know, I'm going to give you the accusations first, and then we're going to talk about what I think will happen in the future, okay? So the core conflict. First of all, understanding who Covenant AI are. So it was responsible for this massive rally of 90% in March. Of course, TAO went below $150 back in February, and it rallied 100%, 90% over the last kind of month and a half. So it was a brilliant way to draw attention to it, especially training, big models on a decentralized platform. Now, the core of the conflict is quite important, and we're going to talk about Dread Bongo's thread here, because I think this is quite important for the TAO community. But the fallout began when Sam Dare, the co-founder of Covenant AI, announced the departure of three major subnets: Templar, which is subnet 3, Basilica, subnet 39, and Grail, subnet 81, from the TAO network. Covenant AI's level several serious accusations against Bittensor TAO and their leadership co-founder Jacob Steeves, known as Const, okay, in the Twitter sphere. Now, of course, the governance failure was the first one. And of course, if you hold TAO, you understand that there is a concentration. There's big funds, there's Grayscale, But governance claims the covenant claims decentralized governance is a facade in Bittensor TAO and real power is concentrated in few hands. I think there's nothing new to draw from that because we always knew, of course, weighted. It is literally held by, concentration wise. Holder concentration is towards these massive whales and insiders. Punitive measures is the second allegation, which means that the co-founder of TAO, in this case, Steve or Const, or Steeves or Const on Twitter, unilaterally suspends emissions or rewards to their subnet and revoke their community moderation privileges. Number 3, economic pressure. The team accused leadership of the TAO of dumping or coin dumping during moments of operational conflict to apply financial pressure. Number 5, infrastructure sabotage. They cited unilateral depreciation of their subnet infrastructure as a final straw. I think, listen, I don't know who this guy is, of course. I've seen him make a massive wave in the last few months, but I don't know if any of these actually warrant the dumpage of 37,000 coins and make such a crazy, they could have come to some kind of a resolution about this. But I guess obviously if you're dumping that level of tokens, you're exiting the position in a week where the likes of Grayscale and others, of course, have doubled down on this. So yeah, that is quite interesting. Now this news triggered the brutal fall from 337 to currently now where we are, which is a $260 I believe, or thereabouts. Yeah, 249 was the lowest, but 265 is where we're at. So what's going to happen? Covenant AI has stated that it will continue to research and develop decentralized AI models outside of Bittensor TAO course ecosystem, and Bittensor raises critical questions about their permissionless nature. Critics argue that the network's most successful developer can be forced out by core leadership, the project's core value proposition as decentralization or the Bitcoin of AI is at risk. As a researcher, of course, you have to be a researcher as well as an investor. You're going to have to wait. It has already broken technical support at 275 to 284. And, that's the 200 daily, 200-day exponential moving average, right? If TAO loses that level, technical structure for 2026 bull run has to be reevaluated. However, I would suggest that anybody who is waiting to understand TAO and get into TAO right now needs to be able to evaluate what their own strategy is in terms of accumulation. Just so you know, 37,000, that's, with space of time. Okay, we have broken the key level of support at 275 to 284. So right now, it is definitely looking more bearish than it is anything else. But what did I say, guys? If you look at my overall strategy here, I'm looking to double down and wait for my dream prices in a bear market. Now, will we get these prices? Of course, it just depends on how the decentralization is tackled by TAO. Overall, in the long term, I'm not really so much worried about what the performance will be, but it will definitely put a question mark right now as to whether the accusations are 100% proven. But even again, I'd like to give you the 4 points again. Economic pressure, infrastructure sabotage, they wouldn't do that. Punitive measures, I'm not sure about that. Governance failure is the only one that you can seriously say is what is the biggest threat. And I'd like to read you something from the community here. Where's this post by Bongo? Dread Bongo. Templar co-founders took offense to actions made by TAO co-founder Const. They made a decision to announce they're leaving the TAO network. In the process, they made a massive decision to dump 37,000 worth of subnet alpha tokens in Grail, Basilica, and Templar completely destroyed investors of the move that has completely destroyed investments of everyone that has followed and trusted these particular guys. So he's critical about Covenant and these dudes here. And he's saying expecting anyone to follow the same guys here would be basically a crime. And it's a massive shame that Templar has the largest public exposure of any subnet. And they were really promoted, I mean, pushed down our throats, I would say. And largest public exposure of any subnet thanks to positive breakthrough in its pre-training. I cannot express how disappointed I am. Bittensor will grow stronger. So I think that is the ultimate, that's what's happening. I mean, this guy is pretty clever, man. This guy is the founder of Templar, is a sharp cookie. You know, today he's $10 million richer, right? So you make some noise, take your money, and then go and then do something else. But for those that are here for the long term, I think every single project historically has had a level of FUD, and every project has historically always did what it had to do to come back. But 2 question marks, governance, of course, and that has to be something that perhaps maybe we will see over time, how well decentralized the project becomes, and that is only the core key. Question you want to know, are you still holding TAO? Are you looking to buy TAO? Guys, look at my chart. 160, 120, 97. I have already caught the bulk of my TAO right now is in profit because I have caught this. This is where I played at, right? So, at the moment I'm chilling. I'm not doing anything. Even if I take a little bit of something here or there, it doesn't even matter. What matters to me more is the fact that right here, I'm going to be incredibly fortunate if the prices do come back to take advantage of this FUD, because I do believe that the big players will be taking advantage of this. And it's not so much of a crazy amount of things that people didn't know. There's nothing that I didn't know before this drama happened, okay? But to all the guys that were saying we missed the bottom, guys, relax yourself, take advantage, of course, and hopefully we'll see another subnet that takes their place. Hope you liked the video. Take care. I'll see you on the next one.